Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Broken Sister Broken Trust has graced me with a comment on my previous video, and I figured I'd take a few minutes to address it. It's stupid and it's wrong. I've pinned it, but it's not as fucked up as the previous one was. This one is that, well, he accuses me of not knowing what I'm talking about, and that's usually true. I'm only a first-year family law attorney, after all. Then he goes on to say that they, I'm assuming means a prosecutor, haven't been able to establish or prove, I think he says prove, jurisdiction over him at initial hearings, let alone at trial. And then he goes on to say they can't prove jurisdiction over him because he hasn't given them jurisdiction over him. And that's a lot of stupid to unpack. But you don't give the court personal jurisdiction. I'm assuming when you're talking about jurisdiction over you, that is personal jurisdiction. Personal jurisdiction, just, again, for the record, is the ability of the court to make a judgment against you. If the judge doesn't have personal jurisdiction over you for that matter, then the judge can't render a judgment against you. A judgment against you would be void. The judge gets personal jurisdiction. The court gets personal jurisdiction over you. It acquires it when you're served with whatever document is the initiating document for that particular legal proceeding. So traffic ticket, it would be when you're given the traffic ticket. Did the cop give you the traffic ticket? Yes, you've been served. So the court has personal jurisdiction over you at that point. I mean, unless you're coming up with some weird and wacky different version of personal jurisdiction, that's when the court acquired personal jurisdiction over you. If it's one of those states where you have to sign it or they haul you in front of a judge, well, either one of those, either you sign it, the court gets personal jurisdiction over you, or you get hauled in front of the judge, and the judge, now you're in front of the judge has jurisdiction over you because you've made the appearance in front of the judge. Forced or not, it doesn't really matter. So you don't give the court personal jurisdiction. The court acquires personal jurisdiction over you for a specific case or controversy. Now, as far as the prosecution not being able to prove jurisdiction in the initial hearing, that's not really where you're going to prove anything. Not on a traffic ticket. I mean, if you're gonna try to make an argument about jurisdiction, personal or subject matter, that's going to come at trial. That's when you're going to be introducing evidence. That's when you're going to be giving testimony. That's when you're going to be reviewing videos and things like that. Trial is where you prove things. I don't know why sovereign citizens seem to believe that there is any onus on anybody to prove anything before trial. It doesn't work that way. The court proceeds on the allegations that are contained in the initiating document, complaint, petition, or in our particular case, the traffic citation. There's allegations made on there that, if true, would allow the court to do the things the court needs to do. And so the court is going to operate on that. The court is going to assume, for jurisdictional purposes, that those allegations are true. Because if the court was not able to do that, nothing would work. All you'd have to do is just never show up to court. No, you don't have jurisdiction over me. So the court has to operate with those as true. And one of the allegations in there is either going to be your signature that you've received the document, you agree to appear, or some sort of a writing on it that says, by receiving this citation, your court date is this time, this date, yada, yada, and you're obligated to appear. Different states can do things differently. I don't know. You have a Fifth Amendment right to notice an opportunity to be heard. The traffic citation is going to operate as notice. And by giving it to you, it's going to operate as service of that notice, and it's going to give the court personal jurisdiction over you. I mean, but even it's silly. Like, if you're at that initial hearing, you're there. You're in front of the court. The court has personal jurisdiction over you. Unless, I mean, maybe your state has some weird, like, ability to specially appear to challenge personal jurisdiction on a traffic ticket. I don't think that's a thing, but I mean, some state could have that. I don't know. I don't know all 50 states. I don't care. But I doubt it. I doubt it's a thing. And so again, you appear, the court has jurisdiction over you, personal jurisdiction. Like it's so dumb. Like it's hard. These things are hard because if you actually know what you're talking about, it's such a simple concept, and how you could go so far off base and be arguing that you haven't given someone personal jurisdiction. What the fuck does that even mean? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, but he straight up thinks that the prosecution has to prove jurisdiction over him before trial. Like, according to who or what? Anything? Bueller? Anything? Doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. Anyway, there's your daily dose of stupid. Thanks for playing along, Broken System, Broken Trust. I doubt you're learning from any of this. You probably believe what you believe, and you're going to continue to believe what you're going to continue to believe. He alleges that he's won 2 cases on jurisdiction, and that's not outside of the realm of possibility. I mean, if the police officer fails to fill out the traffic citation correctly, yeah, I mean, the court could look at that and be like, oh, hey, this isn't correctly filled out. It's no good, and they'll toss it. And Broken System, Broken Trust, I won on jurisdiction, and it's really the court like, oh, this isn't complete. It doesn't contain all the allegations it needs to contain for me, the court, to have jurisdiction over the case and or over the person. So he says he's won 2. He hasn't shown me any paperwork on it. I can't tell you if he's lying or not. It's not outside of the realm of possibility. He says there's 2 he's still fighting. Well, I mean, I guess we'll see. But yeah. Again, I just don't think he's going to learn from this. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to entertain his inane questions. But, if I feel like maybe someone will get some knowledge out of it, then I guess I'll keep pushing. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.